What's good, family? K-Mo's Fit Channel. This is the next video on the channel. So we out here. This guy is my journey to losing 100 pounds, starting from 308 pounds, a fat piece of shit, not keeping the word to myself, not keeping the word to others, right? Always drinking, right? Can't even run in the park with my kids, fucking just doing all the things that weren't getting me to the best version of myself, to now being 235, pretty much in the best shape of my life. Really doing and living the life that I need to live, in my 30s. But this is another video on the channel, man, for those of you that don't own my journey. So we just out at the park right now, just chilling. Currently, today it is May the 19th, 2026, Tuesday. So I want to get this video up, man, and I want to speak to y'all about like my transition and my journey from, like I said, being 300 pounds, just a fat piece of shit, man, drinking every single day, beating my fucking dick, to your latest baddie hub scene. You hear me? Not keeping the promises to myself, right? Just a shell of a man, still making good money, still doing all the things, but I'm just functioning, right? Just being fatter and fatter and just being a piece of shit, man. To 235, like I said, I want to really go over some things that actually changed for me, right? Some practical things, because a lot of you guys might be on that journey where you just feel like you don't know what you're doing and you lost in your vices, right? You don't know if it's really be worth it, like what's on the other side, because that's what I was wondering at first, like what is really on the other side of that journey, losing all of that weight, because we never know, guys, right? It's like we don't know until we get there. But number one, the most important thing, guys, is mindset. Mindset is the first thing that I had to change, guys, right? And partially to that, with that mindset, right, I had to change how I was thinking, right? Because everything in this world starts with your thoughts, guys, right? I had to really envision the life that I wanted, right? The standards for my life, right? How did I want to see my body look? What did I want to do every single day? How did I want to, what car did I want to drive? What house do I want to live in? Every single thing you guys have to be thinking about. And first, that comes with switching your mindset, right? Because a lot of you guys' mindset right now, I know when I was 300 pounds, my mindset was just getting by, right? Getting to the next bottle, getting to the next fucking blunt. My mindset was, getting to that next baddie hub scene.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
You hear me? Or getting to the next bitch, whatever it might be, right? For you guys. But I was just kind of living life, right? Just going through the motions, not really having anything structured or planned for my life. Even though I did some crazy things in life, man, because I tell you, I've been in the military, right? I've been a correctional officer. I've been a police officer. I've done some things, right? I'm a software engineer, worked for some of the largest brands in the world, right? So I've experienced so many different layers of life, but to really get the best out of life, guys, I really had to be strategic, right? And it started with my mindset, right? I had to change my thoughts. I had to start thinking positive every single day, guys. I had to really start thinking positive, right? And it's hard to do most days because a lot of times we're under substances, right? We're knee deep into our vices, pills, weed, whatever the case might be, right? Or we have other things, external things, right? We have families, kids, jobs, life. And we get so caught up in these things and we just go and the time goes past, guys. So you guys have to take control of your life, and it starts with your mindset, right? So you have to change your mindset in order for you guys to get the standards that you want to get for your life, right? But it starts with thinking positively, right? And once you guys start to think positively, pretty much see the best in every situation, right? That's what I started doing. I started seeing the good out of stuff, right? Why did I meet my baby mama, right? It was because I needed to bring my son into this world, right? With her, right? I needed to deal with them situations with her being overseas and, whatever I might have felt happen, right? All of that stuff needed to happen in order for me to get to this point that I am right now, guys. And that's why I say you guys have to start thinking better thoughts, because what I was thinking back then was just, like I said, going through the motions, in the bottle, in my fucking feelings. You know what I'm saying? Been talking about, oh, you can be best friend, but no, I ain't gonna be no best friend. I'm gonna be him. And then did me, you know what I'm saying? But you guys have to just be very specific about the things that you let take over your thoughts, right? Because your thoughts become your actions, and your actions dictate your life that you see, right? Everything that you have in life is a direct result of your actions, guys. So you guys have to remember that, right? Number two is going to be your habits, right? Like I mentioned, your vices are taking over your life, right? Myself, my biggest vice is fucking drinking, right? As a current recording of this video, I want to say I'm about 38, 35 days sober. Um, but that's a long time for me. The longest I ever went was like 47 days. So I'm trying to break that now, but you guys have to change your habits, right? Smoking every day, drinking every day, being drunk, being not productive, not keeping my word, right? Because when I drunk, I wanted to smoke, right? And when I smoked, I wanted to eat more and more and more sweets and all type of shit, right? So you guys have to change your habits, right? You have to get good habits, right? You have to come up with a consistent workout plan, right? You have to build a routine, right? Like I'm outside recording this video right now. I'm at the park, was getting in here. Today's my calisthenics day. I did pool today. I did back, but I said, man, I might as well come do some pull-ups and build a routine out of this, right? Because I have calisthenics on Fridays, but we're going to get a few reps in, because we're going to do everything we need to do in order to get the results that we want, right? I have my standards. I see them every single day. And I know that I need to have better habits in order to get the body that I want, in order to, you know what I'm saying, get the weight that I want to get to, the standards that I have. But you guys definitely need a consistent workout plan, right? So you have to change your habits from being in the house. Because I remember, like, even in the military, I never really worked out, right? I would run, but I would still eat whatever the fuck I want, and I would just go to work, right? And I can get away with it then in my 20s and stuff, right? But as that progressed, guys, I started to get fatter and fatter and fatter, and couple that with the alcohol and drinking beer and all type of shit and cakes and just being a fat piece of shit, right? I needed a consistent workout plan. So now I'm 4 days a week, like I mentioned to you guys. Push, pull legs with the calisthenics day. Simple as you need, right? And then do at least 30 minutes of cardio per day. And I would recommend you guys go on the treadmill, go to the highest setting, and switch on and off every 5 minutes. So go from whatever the highest is, and then go down 2, on and off every 5 minutes, right? You go down 2 every 5 minutes. And then if you need to hold the rails, you just hold the rails for 1 minute. Don't hold them for a minute. Hold the rails for 1 minute. Don't hold it for a minute, right? Just switch off like that. And then every 5 minutes, switch the levels, right? From the highest level down 2. And I'm telling you, 30 minutes, guys, you guys are going to feel so much better. You're going to see that weight come off of you, and it's going to make your body feel good and feel like you're accomplishing some things, right? Because you guys need to start doing things consistently, right? And building a routine in order for you to want to do it more, right? And for you guys to see results, right? And, you know, you guys need to also, when you get this consistent workout routine, you need to make sure that you're tracking your numbers, right? So make sure that everything that you do, you either write it down, you put it in your phone, pull open the notes app, right? I use the Trainerize app, but you should be taking every single workout, every single rep and weight that you do for each set, right? I recommend you guys do 4 sets, that with that last set being a 2 failure set, meaning that you damn near can't go no more. And you see how many you do to failure, right? Do a 12, 10, 8, and then your last one is failure, right? Aim for 6, but it's failure. And that's gonna be how you guys see results, right? And then as the weeks progress, as the weight gets lighter, as you see, okay, I'm doing 12, 12, 12 for all 4 sets, then you move up in weight, right? And it's just going to be a routine, and you guys are going to see your bodies change, right? And you're going to start to, you know, want to do it more and more and more. Like I said, it has to become a lifestyle, guys, right? It has to become something that you do every single day and stay consistent with it. It can't be on and off, stop and start, right? Because a lot of times in my past, I would stop and start because I wasn't seeing results, right? But you have to push through. And even when you see those results, don't fall back into your vices, right? And don't pick up those bad habits, because it's all going to be worth it, guys, right? Number 3, you know what actually changed for me, you know, losing pretty much 70 pounds now, and on this journey to losing the 100 pounds was my body. Of course, as you guys can see, you know, I was just a fat piece of shit. Every time I walked, my fucking titties would jiggle. I didn't take my shirt off at the pool. Fucking I didn't take my shirt off in the pool, right? I just felt like every time I had my shirt off, people was watching me, and every time I walked, I just looked like a sloppy piece of shit, right? Like a fucking sloppy Joe, and fucking squeezing in clothes and shit. It just nothing fit right. It didn't look right, right? I was just a fat slob, just like most of you guys sitting, walking around. You can see your fucking stomach out the bottom of your fucking shirts. You're just disgusting to the world, right? And that's how I felt, and that's how some of you guys might be feeling, right? And that's why that's the most important thing, because you guys aren't going to see changes in your body at first. That's why you have to stay consistent with the meal plan. You have to stay consistent with the workout plan. You guys have to build these habits and be consistent every single day. Show up for yourself. That way you're going to start to get the results, and when you do, you're going to want to post videos every day. You're going to want to show off that physique because you work so hard for it, right? I see why people be on Instagram and wherever with their shirts off and just flexing and doing whatever, right? Because it feels good, because you know you put in the work for this, right? Nobody else gave you this. You know what I'm saying? Nobody else gave you this.
Damn, that shit feel good.
And with the body, because when you're so heavy, guys, like when I was heavy, I had so much knee pain, which I still do. I still wear knee braces and stuff when I walk, but it's so much less joint pain, right? I'm more flexible, right? More stamina to do things in the world, right? My heart ain't beating as fast walking upstairs, right? I can walk longer distances. And, the other thing with the body too, guys, it's like, because you don't really notice all of these things all around, right? You start to feel different. You start to feel slimmer. Your clothes start to fit lighter, right? Your knees start hurting a little bit less, right? You start to be able to do things, go up and down stairs, have stamina, walk, actually enjoy outside and not be fucking at the zoo with your kids, breathing hard and shit, having to stop every 2 minutes just to sit down. You can't even see none of the animals because you fat as fuck, you piece of shit. You get what I'm saying? So all of those things are going to come when you guys are on this journey, but you have to stay the course, like I said. And the last piece to a body is more attraction from women, man. Because like even with my shirt off, when I go on my walks, I walk 3 miles, man, and I walk across this park. I walk all down the residential neighborhoods, and you see nothing but turning heads, right? And I ain't even done yet. Wait till I get shredded, right? Wait till we get that full 8-pack in there. It's gonna be a wrap. But you just see the differences in all aspects of your life, including your body. But you're not gonna see that body at first. So you guys have to stay the course, right? And when you get those results, don't get comfortable. Take it to another level. That's why I'm deciding to come outside. That's why I'm deciding to show you guys the journey, right? And all of the actions that are required. But number 4 thing that changed, guys, was my confidence, right? Of course, right? I can have my shirt off, right? I wasn't avoiding mirrors in the morning, right? Because I used to brush my teeth in the dark because I didn't want to be in the mirrors, right? I was ashamed of who I was. I was ashamed of my body, right? I was ashamed of my yellow ass teeth. All the promises that I made and didn't keep, right? All that shit, And the second thing with confidence, when you guys have more confidence and your body looks good and you have different habits, people see that and you tend to have more genuine conversations, right? It's easier to talk to people because when I was fat as fuck and just awkward, just a fat slob, right? I didn't have no confidence. I wasn't talking to people, hey, because I was big. I'm 6'2", 310 pounds of just fat pieces of shit, right? Just fat, right? And it's like, people for the most part were scared, especially me being a brother. I hate to say it, but it's like you don't want to be the fat creep.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Right? So now shifting that now, and it's like you're getting that attention, and it's like you have to understand what to do with that, right? Because I'm a cool dude, I'm laying back, chop it up, have a conversation with you, but I was so standoffish because people was, giving me the but now it's like, hey, what's good? You hear me? And all of that changes, guys, and you're gonna see yourself change, and you're gonna get back to who you are, because that's who we are underneath, right? When we hiding in our vices, when we're fat as fuck, when we're not keeping the promises to ourselves, when we're falling into those things, that's not who we are. We're a shell of ourselves. So once we can get that confidence back and we can really start setting our habits, guys, because that confidence comes from the actions that you're taking every single day, the promises that you're making to yourself, showing up, seeing your standards every single day. That's where that confidence is going to come from, guys. And my biggest thing was being outside at the pool, because I love to swim. I can swim, but instead of looking like a whale in the water, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking like Timothy coming up out of there.
A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit.
You know what I'm saying? Water glistening off the abs and everything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's so many different things that change, guys, especially on this journey. And some of you guys might be starting the journey, and I'm telling you, you're not going to see a lot of these things at first. They're just going to come. There's going to be such a shocker that you're going to think you want to take a break, right? You don't want to slack off, but don't do it. You got to go even harder, guys, because at the end of the day, you're embodying a new person, right? You're building a new identity, right? I had to build this new identity. That's why I came on here. This is K-Mo's Fit Channel. This is me coming out here shredded. This is the 198-pound K-Mo's that's out here doing whatever he want to do. Have the time, the freedom to do whatever you want to do, right? I'm at the park getting the workout in, right? While my son is at school, I have the freedom, the time freedom, the financial freedom, the body freedom, right? To do whatever I want, guys, and really enjoy life. Because once you get on the other side where you get to view the mountains, right, every single day, and you're making the promises to yourself, guys, because that's the biggest thing, right? You have to show up for yourself, because nobody's going to show up for you but you, right? Or like you. And I just want to keep you guys encouraged, man, and share my story on what really changed for me, going from 308 pounds, a fat piece of shit, not keeping the promises to myself, just being a drunk, smoking weed every day, beating my meats to the freshest baddie hub scene.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? To 235 and 198 pounds loading. You get what I'm saying? I ain't done yet, but I'm 235 and I'm feeling like, because my original goal was 240. And it's like, you guys are going to constantly take yourself and your body to new heights. But I just want to jump on here and tell you guys what I learned, guys. Number one being the mindset. You have to shift it, right? Two is building better habits, right? Get rid of the weed, get rid of the beat meeting, right? Get rid of the overeating, all the vices, The next thing that's going to change is your body, guys, right? You're not going to see the changes at first, right? So you have to stay the course until you really start seeing them changes, and then take it to a whole new level, right? And the last thing is your confidence, right? That's the very last thing to come. That's why you guys have to shift your new identity and kind of make up that confidence, right? You have to kind of embody that before it's that, right? You have to trick yourself into getting the results that you want out of life, guys. But K-Mo's Fit Channel, if you guys have any questions, or you really want to change your life and stop being a fat piece of shit and keep the promises that you made to your family, to your kids, then go ahead and message me on Instagram at KMOS Fit. That's K-Mo's Fit. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.